welcome you all to the first lecture of Basics of English Language. I am Dr. Shilpi Bhattacharya, Professor and Dean in the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, Kalinga University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. I congratulate all of you for choosing this course because this course gives you an insight and facilitates you with the tools where it will teach you about the fundamentals of communication and holding the language's key aspects, that is speaking, listening, reading and writing skills. At the end of this course, you will be able to interpret the spoken and the written aspect of the language well. You will also be able to critically analyze the texts given to you. You will be able to participate in the social and the professional discussions, and you will be able to present yourself better while interacting in this English language. So let me quickly brief you about the structure of the course. This present course, that is Basics of English Language, is divided into 5 modules. First module will deal with the introductory sessions of communication, like how the communication process works, what is the verbal and the non-verbal aspect of communication, how the principles and the objectives of communication works, how the sound travels from one mind in the form of words and it reaches the other person, and how the interpretation process of the language takes place. The verbal and the non-verbal aspects deals with, as we all know, that only 30% of communication takes place through verbal communication and the remaining 70% of communication takes place through non-verbal mode. So this course we will be giving you a brief about all those aspects of non-verbal communication, starting from kinesics, proxemics, haptics, and so on and so forth. So after briefing you about the basics of verbal and non-verbal communication in the Unit 1, this course goes ahead into the second module, where we will be dealing with the most important skill of communication, that is listening skill. I should say, before giving you an introduction of listening skill, I just want to share an example with you that however new we are to the language, if we are listening to the language more, we are able to understand the accent of the language, we are able to understand the placement of words in a language, we are able to explain the connotations of the meanings that one word carries in various contexts. So listening is said to be the basic skill where it comes to language acquisition. And in this subject, in this course, we will be dealing with all the aspects of listening. What is active listening? What is passive listening? How listening is different from hearing? And what happens when we fail to listen at any point of time? And what are the consequences that it leads when it comes to professional communication? After dealing with the introductory part of communication, where it carries verbal and non-verbal, further moving ahead to the second module that carries the basic language skill that I said, listening, we next come to the speaking skills. As I say, it is LSRW. So L stands for listening, S stands for speaking. So module 3 of this course will be dealing with the speaking skills. Now, when we speak, we have to be very clear that what we are speaking, the person to whom we are speaking interprets the thing exactly the way we want that person to interpret and to understand. So for this, we have to have a basic idea about the dialogues, the monologues, various stylistic devices, various figures of speech, how all these figures of speech articulate with each other, and how it resonates when it comes to the interpretation of language. If I say the word run, like why I am focusing so much on this skill is, when we speak the word run, we have only one meaning. We know only one meaning associated with it, that is running after something. Whereas the word run has 108 connotations depending on the way and the context in which it is used. Suppose if I say the person is running short of money, he is running his own business, he is running fast. So this way, there are so many different interpretations of words as per the context, as per the requirement of the situation, as per the emotion we are trying to communicate. So speaking is very important, and learning the speaking skills is equally important with the tools that we will be sharing in the coming lectures. As we proceed through this course, we'll be talking about all the stylistic devices. We will be talking about how the exchange of monologue and dialogues takes place, and how there is a continuous, spontaneous stream of consciousness working while we share our ideas, while we speak. Next, we move to the next module, that is R of the course, that is reading skills. Now, reading skills deals with many types of reading procedures, reading styles, where we talk about close reading, where we talk about skimming, scanning. There are certain things that exists while we read. A long passage is given to us, and it's the skill that we will be going through in this course that will help us in getting the crux of the entire content in very short span of time. So reading is, when we will be dealing with reading skills, we will talk about all the aspect of skimming, scanning, contextual analysis, reading between the lines, close reading, and all such things that will equip us with a good professional communication skills. Proceeding further to the last module, where we will talk about writing skills. Writing comes last. When we are very much equipped with the tools of listening, speaking, and reading skills, we come last to the skill of writing. Writing is very important because documentation is not easy. Documentation requires a lot of understanding of the language, and that's the reason probably we deal with the other three aspects first. So coming to writing, we talk about documenting a report, types of reports, how the reports are drafted, what is the language that goes to form a professional report. Because the difference comes in formal and informal documentation is only of words. The more professional words we use, the placement of the words we do on a professional level, all depends how well we are understanding that language, how well we are aware about the format of that language, how well we are aware about the selection of words while drafting various documents. In a professional level, the document drafting starts from note taking, it goes to letter writing, it goes to issuing memos, issuing circulars, it comes to the various communication that we do internal and externally in an organization with external agencies, and along with that intra-departmental communication that we do in the form of written notices. Apart from this, we will also be dealing with the essay. Suppose we need to develop an essay, or we need to, for students, it is very important that if we are going for a sort of a speech, developing a speech, we need to have a very strong focus that how are we going to develop it from scratch, how are we going to write it from scratch. So we deal with various techniques, we deal with various theories. To state a few, like I talk about Edward de Bono's six thinking hat concept that deals with the critical thinking, lateral thinking. So when we develop a sense of lateral thinking, when we develop the theory, we understand the theory of this, we understand that how this lateral thinking will help us to develop the entire text. So we get an idea to start a text from scratch. So dear students, this course will deal with all these 4 skills. This course will ensure to help you, to facilitate you with all the tools required for social and professional communication. And this course, at the end of this course, I am very sure that all the students who opted for this course will definitely come up with a great understanding of English language.